There. Now, we are back. Oh, no, we're not quite back. There. Now we're, like, for real, like, ×2 back. So yeah, the next, thing to do... Or actually, this opened up... Or no, that's... Right, that's just the connection between Legion Square and, the canyon there. Or between 100 and 600 AD. So, yeah, what we actually want to go to is, 65 million, is this right? I think we actually want Robo, for the next fight, so, we're gonna make that switch. This is gonna keep confusing me. I see the 19 there, and I think that he's level 19, so he's like, oh, he's way ahead, maybe we don't put him in. But I think I'm gonna actually swap him out for Luca, because I think she's, slightly ahead in levels right now. So we're gonna swap her out for a bit. Yeah, I haven't thought much about who's gonna be in the party, because we're gonna be forced to include Ayla, so we basically get one other person that we can choose to put in. And it doesn't really need to be Robo, because between Chrono and Ayla, we've got two really good physical attackers, so I'm thinking maybe... I don't know, maybe flip a coin. Who even really cares? Seems to me like I normally have Lightning too by this point. Oh shit! The whole reason I included Robo was to put the laser spin on these 5 guys, because I knew there was a big fight with a bunch of lizard men coming up. But I forgot to take the Berserk off of them. So what we're actually gonna do... Yeah, we don't have any AoE double text, so I guess we just back to the good old Cyclone. Yeah, Morrow really doesn't have any good abilities right now. I wonder if this is going to work. I never used this much as a kid. Looks like that failed right off the bat, so that... Oh, he's asleep. I was like, what the hell? That one-shotted him? Oh, this is some bullshit. I don't like the way this is going right now. Oh, hey, looks like Marl's fine, though. She's not very powerful, but she's, at least not an insomniac. No, not the opposite of an insomniac. A narcoleptic. But... I'm just gonna keep trying this provoke thing, because I want to see if it's actually useful. I never, ever use this, but, yeah, and I think there's a good reason why I never ever use it. That thing is completely worthless. So we're gonna go with the ice instead. Is that any good? Oh wow, that's super effective. I didn't know that lizard Pokemon were weak to ice. We're gonna... Or actually, is Ice Sword AoE? It is not, so we're just... We're gonna Cyclone. What the hell? This is a short area. Okay, yeah, this will finish him off. And then we need to remember to take the Berserker off of Robo after this. Oh, right. I remember now. I was going to talk about the different time periods in Chrono Trigger, because they are kind of typical, I think, for time travel fiction in general. There's like a few different time periods that you see, or mainly movies I'm thinking of, that involve time travel. And they're not even really necessarily time travel movies. It's a sort of like genre of movie where it's like, you know, modern man goes back in time to whatever era, and shenanigans ensue. And there's certain time periods that are like popular selections for that type of story. And the medieval era is like a really big one. Like I know there was and especially again going back to the 90s when this game was released. I remember around that time there was there were movies like A Kid in King Arthur's Court. There was the one with Martin Lawrence, Black Knight. A lot of comedies, I guess, where it's just like a modern dude goes back to medieval times and makes a mess of things in general. And so yeah, like the whole, yeah, modern person goes back to medieval times. That's like a big thing in time travel fiction. And then the prehistoric era is, yeah, Modern Man in Dinosaur Times is another big one. I think there was... I forget what it's called. I haven't seen too many of these, but I think there was one starring Jack Black a little later in like the mid-2000s, I think. There was something... I can't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure there was like a Jack Black movie where he goes back to the dinosaur times and does dinosaur things. And I feel like, I'm not positive, I feel like there was one starring like Tim Allen or something like that where he goes back to dinosaur times. And so yeah, that's another sort of popular destination spot for time travel stories in like movies and TV and stuff like that. Now, the future time travel stories, you see that a lot where it's like, you know, and then Modern Man out of time and place, I guess, is the sort of genre you might call it. And you see some where it's like, yeah, Modern Man into the future as well. Most of those don't involve time travel. Cryogenic freezing is... Oh, right, I put some thought into this. I pre-researched this, and I had to dig a little bit... I had to dig deep a little bit into the Dragon Ball canon. But, yeah, Lunch is a female character in Dragon Ball who basically follows the same visual template as Ayla here. So yeah, Ayla is going to be Lunch for this playthrough. Not just the face even, too. It's like all of these types of characters with like the flowing, like big hair, big blonde hair, tend to be like the really sexy ones too. Where it's like Lunch was the same type of character. She had like big tits and wore like a skimpy outfit. Not really a skimpy outfit, but like a crop top and that type of thing. Actually, I think she was called Launch in English. She would have been like Launchu or something like that in Japanese. I think she was Launch in English and Lunch in Japanese or something like that. And yeah, this is where we find out. And yeah, of course, the flag for triggering this plot flag is totally arbitrary. It's just like all of a sudden, when we need to find the Dream Stone, suddenly there's reptiles and Ayla and this event in the past. So it's, you know, the kind of RPG thing that you see in these types of games with just the completely arbitrary plot flags where it's, oh, now that you've talked to this guy, this thing is going to happen in this area. And, you know, it's easy to get used to that, but, and I was used to that kind of thing. Like, I wouldn't have thought twice about that type of, just like a obvious arbitrary plot flag in a video game back in the day. I never would have questioned something like that, but now that I've kind of fallen out of just playing RPGs and these types of games, it really does stand out to me when something is just kind of counterintuitive and, there's not that sort of logical connection between the player's actions and what sort of transpires and progresses the plot forward. And I feel like even modern games aren't great about that, but they are slightly better about it. We're going to go back to the Rage Band, actually. That's, yeah, what we're going to do. Magic Scarf. We even want to switch this up a little bit, I think, like the... Or in fact, no, we want the ribbon. That's right. Yeah, not the ribbon. Alright, yeah, Bandana goes back to Robo now. Yeah. Chrono can get... Yeah, Chrono can get the Rage Band, and, yeah, Robo can get the Bandana. Then, yeah, we're all kind of, like, reasonably leveled out in terms of speed. She's not going to be using tons of magics, so I guess... maybe just go back to the third eye and see if it does anything. It probably won't. And might as well top up the old HP as well, since she's not going to be really using her magic for anything else. Yeah, I could have sworn that I usually have Lightning 2 by this point in the story, but I guess I don't for some reason, and that seems just kind of weird to me. It's not what I'm used to. Or can we do a double tech to... Or actually, Max Cyclone was like a big hit everyone type ability. Or was it? Oh, right, it's based on his current position, so it doesn't hit it. Oh, no, that's a new one. That's a different one than I was thinking of. Super good, at least, it seems like. But, yeah. Anyways, back to the whole notion of... different popular destinations for time travel fiction. The future, like the distant future, is another one too, except you don't usually see it in the context of time travel. It's usually cryogenic freezing that does it. And again, you see this in like sort of 80s and 90s movies. That's like, what? I'm awful with titles, especially movie titles. Video game titles, I can eventually kind of figure out, because I'm immersed in video games in general, so I'll just get it. I'll get a video game title eventually, but I could be here all night trying to remember the titles of these movies. There was the one with Sylvester Stallone, where he's like a... And actually, there was another... It was the same basic movie. There was, I think, Future Cop, Time Cop, something like that. It was like a cop, sort of cryogenically frozen and brought back in the future. And there was one of those with Sylvester Stallone and one with Jean-Claude Van Damme. Guess there's no need to do all these fights since we sort of done them already. But we're going to do them anyways because we're halfway there already. And of course, Idiocracy is another one. Rocket Roll, that's the one I was thinking of, where it targets everyone. But Multi-Cyclone will kill them all, so we'll just do that. But yeah, anyways, future. Yeah, modern man out of time and place. The future is another popular kind of destination for those kinds of stories. And that's pretty much the gamut of like all of the time periods that they've selected in Chrono Trigger. So there really is like kind of a long tradition of like having these different time periods and these types of stories. And Chrono Trigger is just kind of takes them all and blends them together into this one big epic narrative, with the sort of the looming threat of the post-apocalyptic Lavos future sort of tying them all together. And mind you, don't get me wrong, the whole the types of stories I'm talking about, where it's like the, you know, modern dude goes into the future via cryogenic freezing, those are very different types of settings that you usually see in those types of movies' depiction of the future. It's mostly satirical, especially Idiocracy. In fact, they're almost all satirical, I think, where it's just, you see like the way the future is gone and how the modern dude has a difficulty fitting in with all of that. It's like in the Sylvester Stallone one, he was like, had difficulty fitting in because it was like this big, like, sort of pussified future where he was like the last, like, real manly man in this, like, future of pussified betas, and or whatever you'd want to call it. I think that was like the basic part of like the sort of satire of that movie. It was a very Stallonian type of concept, I guess, if you will. Or maybe that was the Jean-Claude Van Damme one. They all kind of run together in my head. I would have never... These weren't like my favorite movies or anything growing up. I would have seen each of these like once back in the day. I don't think we can shop from the trading man just yet. I think we still need to do the event. Yeah, we need to get good with the chief still, and I think that happens after the event with the little party in the town square. Okay, and yeah, there's really no threats. Yeah, we got a little ways until the next dungeon, so there's no need to heal or anything. Or we already healed, so what am I talking about? To optimize our equipment or anything. Okay. Oh, shit! I wanted Luca for this part. Damn it. Oh, well. Can I swap her in still? Okay, I can't. Oh, well. I mean, you can't have all of the party members in every scene. But yeah, the way this transpires is a little bit different. Oh, I got a bit of granola bar stuck in my throat. But yeah, you see like sort of the progression of the different... Basically, the characters' different reactions to the sort of celebration are different for each character. And Luca's is pretty amusing. I mean, she basically gets drunk on grog and kind of embarrasses herself, which is kind of amusing. And I usually keep her in the party for this scene for that reason alone. This is gonna... whatever. The lunch name is gonna bother me all the way through the game. I kind of regret picking it already, but whatever. We don't want to talk to Ayla until we're done here, though. And yeah, the party members actually do have different things to say as the night moves on. Okay, and she's gonna dance. She's even got... Oh, yep, it's the same dance moves as in the present. I think you can dance with her. Yep, there we go. Press Lurksib to dance. Same as in the present. He's just kind of nodding his head. That's basically what I'm like. I can identify with Chrono in this moment. This is basically me at a club. I've never been to a club in my life, but, you know, like a concert or something. That's just me bobbing my head. Out of tune. Completely out of tune. Oh, hey, we've got more dance moves than we had in the present, too. Oh, I love this music, too. Oh, this is another thing I wanted to talk about. If you haven't checked it out, there's this Chrono Trigger fan album. It's called CT Mixtape. I don't know if it's available on YouTube or whatever. This was like a really old thing. It was like on the old internet before YouTube. You would actually download the MP3s off of a website, which is how you got music back in the day. But it's called CT Mixtape, and it's basically a mashup of different songs from the Chrono Trigger soundtrack and like hip-hop music. And I believe that there was one with this song. Hey, he's doing the ladder climbing. What button do you press for that? He's doing the ladder climb on his own, and I can't... Ah, there we go. It's triangle. But, yeah, anyways. And the mashup that they did for this song was, what's the name of it? I don't even know the name of the song, but it's that old one... My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, it's better than yours. And it's set to the tune of this song. And I'd like to sing it to the tune of this song to sort of demonstrate, but again, my vocal audio is off sync with the videos and audio, so that wouldn't really work. But it's worth checking out. I actually really like it. It's still on my iPod to this day. And there's other ones too. I think they have a song by Common. Corners. Yeah, Corners is matched up with the overworld theme from the medieval era, if I remember right. Or, no, there was a different one. Corners was... I can't remember, it was a different song. There was another different good song, whatever. There were 3 mashups that I really liked in that album. Was the one with this song and My Milkshake Brings All the Boys to the Yard, and whatever they mixed with the medieval overworld theme, and whatever they stuck underneath Corners. Anyways, we're done with the party now. This is where we, yeah, the pork soup. That's what it is. So actually, yeah, we do get a little bit of plot information, or a bit of scene setting for the era right here. Won't give up until lunch is dead. What? Okay, that's all she does. Could have sworn that there were more other different things that the characters do in this scene, but whatever. If there's nothing else to do, then we go to the soup eating competition. And I've already established that I am the champion soup/soda guzzler at this game. So yeah, we're gonna have a souping contest. And you, unlike the soda guzzling contest in the present, you really don't have to be very fast to win this one. Like, I'm not really even trying very hard. I was able to do this. I couldn't do the soda guzzling as a kid, but I could easily, anyone can easily do this. I should have tried and seen what happens if you fail this. But whatever. I'm sure they just give you another opportunity to try it. Oh. Then there's footprints. Footprints are afoot. So we've got to follow him. Yeah, Robo's kind of boring in this scene. I think I'm justified in my usually including Luca here. And this would be the... she has the famous line, I think it's like, what? Liar? I was a perfect lady last night, but why does my tummy hurt so? Or something like that. Marl, on the other hand, she apparently is the more of the partying type. She knows how to hold her soup, as it were. Oh god, they stole the gate key too. I believe that means we're yeah, we're locked into this time period now as a result of that. Oh, this isn't a scene. We actually have to go up and talk to her. So now we've got the arbitrary limit on the number of party members we can have. Luca missed out on the party, so she can go, I don't know, beat up some monsters as a sort of substitute for that. Or actually, although what we're probably going to do, and in fact I think I actually still want Robo in the party for this, is we want to do some hunting ground shenanigans, because we can actually, yeah, trade with the trading man here. 3 each of any 2 items. Oh god, that's right. Yeah, there's like a lookup table you can do. So it's what? Was it 2 each of any 3 or 3 each of any 2? Whatever. We'll just do them one by one. So we'll do pedal. What if we go pedal pedal? Oh, it's same no good. Okay. 3 of any 2. That's a bit tricky. Okay, we'll go pedal. We'll go pedal fang, pedal horn, and ooh, ruby gun. That seems like a good time. Okay, so there's like what, 3, 4, like five or 6 different combinations, I want to say. I'm probably getting that wrong, but yeah, it actually shouldn't take too much to farm up the items we need to get everything here. Oh, oh, we actually do have enough pedals for one more, so sure. Okay, and looks like we just get weapons for everyone. Okay, so we can equip those. Of course, since Ayla has her caveman strength, or cave woman strength, or whatever, yeah, she actually doesn't equip weapons at all in this game. She just uses her fists, which comes in very, very handy in one particular scene, or one particular dungeon, way, way later on in the game. Although, kind of annoyingly, Luca's going to have shitty defense for a long time, because that 2 speed is way, way more valuable than pretty much any amount of defense we can give her at this point. So she's going to be lowest on defense for a long, long time, just for the sake of maintaining that 2 speed. And I guess we're kind of making money by making these trades too, since we're... Because, yeah, we can sell off our old equipment now. Oh, okay, he tells us it here. Okay, that's really helpful. So then we still need... Okay, so we need a sword. Oh, okay, we actually are going to need a bunch of stuff, because we're going to need a bunch of vests and rock helms for everyone. And the ruby vests are worth getting, because a lot of the monsters in these areas breathe fire. So yeah, we are kind of going to want to go out of our way to get some of all of that, yeah. We don't need all of it, though. We can just get, like, 3 of each to equip our main party, and then just swap it between them from there. If you can catch a new, he gives you a bunch of everything. The fuck? Oh, Ayla doesn't have any techs right now. Let's see if a good old fire whirl will take him out. If I can one-shot some of these enemy groups, then this might not take very long at all. Oh yeah, this will be easy. Oh yeah, and that gets us most of the way there, practically. At some point, the enemies kind of run out. I don't think that they respawn, but you can just keep entering and exiting the area. Oh my god, lunch is faster than Chrono. That's insane. Oh, okay, we'll do lightning. That was worth a little bit, or I guess there were only 2 enemies, so it makes sense that there'd be a little bit less payout on that. But yeah, most of the big payouts you're gonna get for fighting in this area are actually we're gonna just whoops, yeah, just gonna straight up man fight them all. But yeah, what we mainly want is to basically clear out the enemies and then try and find the new, which is a bit tricky because he basically appears at like the 2 opposite corners, or I think like 3 opposite ends of the map. So if you pick the wrong one, you're basically hosed. Like yeah, we picked wrong there, so we completely missed him. And yeah, honestly, I think it is actually worth just hunting the new rather than exiting the area and respawning all of the regular enemies. Maybe I should put the bandana on Luca. I'm tired of waiting for her slow ass to give these fire whirls out. Oh hey, we're getting some level ups out of this too. Guess we could just camp the one corner until the new comes out there, but I don't know, that might be a bit boring. Maybe we don't farm this as much as I had said that we would. Maybe we just get like 1 or 2 vests and helms and just move on from there. I feel like one more good new fight should do it for us, though. We've collected a decent bit of material from the regular enemies. Okay, we're gonna see if he appears where he was before. Actually, no, this is the closest spawn point, so we're gonna check out this one. Nope. If I can find like we know he spawns in the top left and in the top or in the bottom right. Is there another spawn point? Are there 2 close new spawn points that we can just kind of camp out to make things easy? So there's one down there and one on the other end of the map. Actually, we might even be able to reach both of them if we like really book it. I think there's another one in the top right too. Yeah, I think it's basically like the 3 corners of the map there. Or I don't think he's going to spawn if we're like right there looking at him though. Or maybe he will. Actually, he did that one time, didn't he? Oh yeah, there he goes. Okay, so let's fuck him up. In fact, we're going to go all out here. Fire sword, why not? Boom! Okay, yeah, we'll just keep going with that. Yep, takes him to 1 HP. But at 500 damage at a time, I think we'll be alright. Yep, that'll do it. Oh, and all the tech points too, nice. This might even be worthwhile just for like learning new techs also. Yep, 3 of each. Okay, I'm gonna go back to town and, yeah, see how much more of this we need to do. Plus, yeah, Chrono's at 1 HP, so we might as well go back and imbibe some of that sweet, sweet water. Okay, so where were we? Okay, so we got the gun, the bow, and the arm. I don't think we have the flint edge, so we need Fang Horn, and then the other two combinations. Right, because, yeah, we did each of these three. So we go Fang. Oh, wait, no, there are only... Oh, right, yeah, Fang Horn, Fang Feather, and Horn Feather. Actually, I think we can just use up all of this. Yeah, I think this will be good. We don't need to do any more farming. We'll do one more Ruby Vest. And because, yeah, we don't want to switch out Luca's Tabin Vest anyways. So, yeah, this will be perfect. Oh, yeah, and we got just enough for 3 of the helms as well. This worked out beautifully. I wonder if this is going to replace our glow helm just yet. I kind of hope not, since we spent so much money on it. But I don't know. It'll be amusing to see just how long that thing lasts. And actually, the extra petals and the hunting materials and stuff won't actually go to waste. Since later on in the game, the shop items will upgrade and we'll be able to trade them for better things later on. Right, so we got a new sword. Oh yeah, we'll lose some magic power, but I think I'm fine with that. Oh yeah, he's got the glow helm. Okay, so it's still... Okay, looks like that'll actually last a good long while. Oh, and she's already got a rock helm, so we actually wasted some materials on that, but that's okay. And yeah, 2 ruby vests. Oh, she's already got a ruby vest, so we're, Oh, right, and he's got the Mesomail, so, yeah, we totally went completely overboard on the hunting. We got more stuff than we even need. Perfect. Oh, wait, no, this is wrong. This is the guy we want to talk to. Because, yeah, gold helms are now obsolete. Ruby vest is fine. Rock helm. Alright, yeah, we can put one on Marl. Katana is obsolete. Beret is obsolete. Gold suit is obsolete. Oh, and we got some tabs too, so let's use those. Okay, yeah, so we have exactly as much as we need of everything. Enough to fill out the entire party, even. We don't need to waste time switching out equipment. Yeah, I guess the townspeople have different things to say. They can comment on the situation, so I guess we'll go see. Oh, something's up with Kino. Oh yeah, and this is where they tell you actually where to go to follow the reptites. Because yeah, they actually just tell you that, oh, your shit got stolen and the reptites ran off with it. But we actually don't know where to until we talk to the townspeople. So yeah, good little bit more of that towny goodness I was talking about. Footsteps follow. I think that might be my favorite chapter title in the game. It's just, I don't know what it is. It's just very charming, I think. Oh, this is a great scene, too. Oh, wow. Yeah, talk about strict. I wonder what the... And I guess each of the three party members would have something to comment on there, because Chrono's silent, so Robo and Marl would each have different lines there to comment on this little incidents of domestic abuse. There's some... speaking of sprite ambiguity, too, there's some discussion I've seen online regarding Kino's gender. A lot of people seem to think that... both ways, frankly, that Kino might be a dude or a lady. I don't know. Based on the sprite, I thought for a long time... Oh, actually, it tells you right here, Kino is man. Although that doesn't really make sense. If only a man can be chief, then why is Ayla chief? It's like, what, he's man, so he's chief if she dies? That seems like it's either a weird... I don't want to say weird translation, because I trust Woolsey to get it right. But that just seems like weird logic there. Oh, he's a man, so he's going to be chief. But your current chief isn't a man, so how does that work? But anyways, I've seen some confusion about, yeah, Kino's gender online a bit. Which seems even stranger now, because it's completely unambiguous based on that one statement there. Oh, hey, we got the... Or no, she's actually the one character who doesn't have the fire resistance, although she might be naturally fire resistant as a result of her natural element. Not sure how that works, but... But yeah, I always did... At first, when I first saw Kino's sprite, I assumed that it was a girl, because, you know... blonde hair and girly outfit and all of and the bun especially just kind of solidified Kino in my mind as a girl. So the relationship between her and Ayla just always seemed really weird to me. And then now it's like, oh, okay, of course it's supposed to be a dude, I guess. And now it makes a lot more sense. They're like a couple, basically. Actually, what's the fastest way? Oh no, that's later on. We get Charm is the one that lets you steal from the enemies. They are not well positioned for. You know what? Yeah, we're just gonna have Luca on yeah, just fire duty all the time. All right, I forgot to refill my drink during the break earlier. After this dungeon, I'll pour myself another one. Yeah, I completely forgot about this, because, yeah, it's been so long since I've played the game, but the techs in this game are so cheap that you can basically afford... Oh, hey, she's got another one. And... Oh, you know what? We probably should put Robo in the party. Or actually, Robo and Marl in the party at some point, just to see what dual techs they might have with Ayla. Because, yeah, we just got... What did we get? She's got... a couple different types of kicks. So, actually, yeah, we're just going to do that right off the bat, just to fill that list out. In fact, let's see some of the animations on these abilities that we've been neglecting so far. Could have sworn that there was a chest over here, too, that I couldn't figure out how to get to. Oh, yeah, I just completely missed it. Kind of blends into the background, I guess. But yeah, this isn't really much of a proper dungeon, if I remember right. This is mainly just like a little pathway to the real dungeon. Oh, come on, just one dude. Anyways, yeah, let's try out that drill kick. Oh, this looks like an AoE ability. Oh, maybe not. No, I guess that was just to boost her up in the air. Okay, that was kind of neat. We got a spin kick. Okay, so I'm going to use that spin kick, and then we're going to swap in Marl and see what she can do. Yeah, I could have sworn that I usually have Lightning 2 by this point in the game, but I'm like not even close. Okay, we got the spin kick. Looks like it is not an AoE ability. I thought that it would have been. Oh, that's pretty cool. That looks like a fierce toss right there. I think that almost looks like it would hurt her more than it hurts the enemy, but I guess she's pretty tough. I love her her little Sonic the Hedgehog spin in her different animations too. I just think that's just really cute the way she does that. That'd be a great idea for a ROM hack, Sonic ROM hack. Is just replace Sonic's sprite with Ayla from Chrono Trigger. I think that would be a perfect fit right there. Oh right, I was gonna swap out Robo. Whatever, he can do... No, Laser Spin is useless against these guys. We're gonna... Actually, let's just see what Rolo Kick looks like on its own. Okay, that was kind of boring, but... Oh, actually, we can get a slash on the two of them, so that'll be good. Never mind. No, it won't. Does Robo have any new techs? He's got a Tackle. I don't think we've used that yet, so let's go ahead with that. Yeah, the single techs are pretty boring in this game. Like, the double and triple ones are where it's at, I think, in terms of, like, really impressive, cool-looking spell animations. And again, just providing that extra bit of incentive to experiment with different party combinations. Speaking of which... There we go. If she's got, like, an ice kick of some kind... Later on in the game, actually, Marl and Ayla have some really powerful... double techs together. That's actually one of my favorite, one of the parties. I think I just discovered it actually on my last playthrough of the game when I was playing through the DS version. I discovered that Marl, Ayla, Chrono is like a really strong end game party. And it's not just their double techs, but it's actually that you get like the backup abilities like Haste and Revive and Cure 2 and all of that from Marl. Really love some AoE right here. That's kind of the weakness, it looks like, of this composition right now. I mean, okay, as great as she gets as great as she gets later on in the game, at this point in the game, just having Marl in a party, period, is kind of a downside to any team composition right now. Her only real benefit is the ice or is her double techs, which I guess is true later in the game too. But the difference is that everybody has like about equally good double techs right now in the game, whereas later on some characters have ones that are particularly better than others. Guess I'm still building up those trading materials too in the course of the regular dungeons, so maybe we won't need to do a big stupid hunting ground run later on in the game after all. Yeah, so that was just a brief little side area before the main event in the Reptite Lair. Oh, and it looks like we didn't even get a double tech, actually, between Ayla and Marl. Oh, she's about to learn Haste, though, which is a really good skill. Ice Tackle. Okay, so she combos with Robo pretty decently, actually. Aura Beam is a much better heal than Aura Whirl. So if you're worried about getting like destroyed by a super powerful boss, if you're playing like a more defensive strategy, I guess, where you're like healing every round, which is really unnecessary in this game, yeah, I guess Morrow could be worth using, but... Or she is the lowest leveled right now, so I guess we'll just use her through the early areas of this area. And just swap her out once she gains a level. Could have used a shelter there, I guess, but it's probably a waste. Ooh, that looks like a good cyclone waiting to happen. Or, oh, I keep thinking that Chrono is going to act first. Yeah, I think we just go for the good old cyclone. Oh, that's not even going to hit all of them. Oh, yes it will. We just need to target the one in the center, as you would expect. That's not amazing. Yeah, I kind of want to get Marl out of here ASAP. She's not very good. Okay, yeah, the attack is worthless. We need to have her do the same thing that we had Luca doing, which is to just spam magic even in the regular fights. Oh, that was a bit of a waste there, I guess. Okay, so that's a level for lunch. We didn't really need to get that level. I guess we just jump down the hole. Okay, so we've got a plan now. And yeah, we're going to set her on ice, and we're just going to keep her there. And we're just going to mash the button every time her turn comes up, because she's doing the only useful thing that she can do right now. I think there wasn't much to this dungeon either. It's like the previous area and this one kind of combined together to form a normal-sized dungeon. Actually, this guy is worth making with the magic for, I think. Although we need to fight him quickly, or else... Or is it later on, like the other version of this guy you fight later, where he like brings out a big lightning too? After you shock him, he like releases the lightning energy or something as a delayed counterattack. Now looks like the time for some healing. Oh, can I use Aura Whirl? Oh, it doesn't look like it. Yeah. Actually, that's probably fine. It's just the one for now. Yeah, sure, let's fight him. Oh, the other ones just ran away. What we're gonna do... Yeah, we're gonna open up with the lightning. Yeah, we'll take down the big guy first. I feel like the... Or no, oh no, the Reptites, they can put you to sleep. Shit, I should have taken care of him first. Oh well, we might as well finish what we've started and take out this guy first. Oh good, and it just kind of worked. Oh hey, that worked out perfectly for us anyways. Alright then, what you got for me? Full ether? That's kind of rubbish. Oops, we want... yeah, Cyclone's good enough, I think. And then the ice will probably one-shot that guy, so we can go the undamaged one. Yep, I think we played this correctly. Look at me strategizing Chrono Trigger battles as if it mattered at all. Uh-oh. I think he might be damaged enough that a regular attack will do it. Yep. There we go. Okay. Now we can get rid of her. Although, since we're going to get rid of her anyways, we might as well heal everyone up. And, yeah. Let's sub in... Oh, yeah, Robo's way behind. So, or way behind. Yeah, he's, one level behind. He's the only one who's behind right now, so... Rock Helm, I think that's what we've got already. Yeah. Yeah, all of this looks good. Ugh. Okay, we're gonna play it smart this time, and, take out the dude. Oh, hey, that critical, really helped us out. In fact, Robo hasn't used any abilities yet. Let's just use his MP just to use it. Yeah, I think we can just go to town with the abilities and just shelter before the boss. This dungeon isn't very long, if I remember correctly. Which I often don't. Okay, so as usual, I think we don't want to hit the monkey until we've hit his buddies. Oh dear. Okay, he's not going to counter the counter. I wonder if these are like different monkeys than the ones we fought on the mountain, or if it's just like he doesn't counterattack against counterattacks, maybe. Because that would just be an infinite stupid loop, potentially. If it's like his counter triggers my counter, and then his and then my counter triggers his counter, and etc. that was actually something in the Disgaea series. Actually, you could do like back and forths like that, where enemies where you would have two characters basically counterattack each other like 6 times consecutively. Like there was a limit to the number of times. That was a stat in Disgaea, was your counter number, which is the number of times you could repeatedly counterattack. So if you had if you had a counter stat of like 7, and you're facing off against an enemy with also a counter stat of 7, it's like you'd hit him, and then he'd hit you, and you'd hit him, and he'd hit you, and you just go back and forth 7 times, or until one of you is dead. Which is actually a liability in that game once you get to the later parts of the game. Because the enemies tend to have better auto attacks, or better standard attacks than your characters do. Your characters are better used for their magic and skills, rather than just doing basic attacks. So you generally come out on the losing end of those exchanges. It's like you get into a counter war with a late game enemy, and you just end up like dead by the 3rd counter attack, having done hardly anything. We're kind of lacking in AoE, actually. Or no, we've got oh, but they're too far away. Max Cyclone is a good one, but we're too far away. We'll try Rocket Roll. It's Shadow Element, so I don't think it's going to do much. Oh, that actually did do much. Great. But yeah, we gotta lower his defense. That should do it. Oh, we got the save point. I guess maybe the boss is up those stairs. And actually, thinking on it now, the boss is the one who had the delayed counter attack, where he discharges static energy or something like that, a short while after you use the lightning on him. Yeah, let's fight him. How's Robo's level coming along? We wanted him to get the level up out of this. 20, 19, 19. So he is caught up, at least. We could swap him out, I guess. In fact, I think I'd like to, because Luca has the better AoE abilities. They got the Fire Whirl, which can take out whole groups. Oh, that's some bullshit. Are we back to the start? Or is this something completely different? Oh, we're actually lost. Okay, I actually want to run away from these fights because we've done all this shit already. Actually, no. No, like I said, we can just Fire Whirl on these guys and that should just kill them. Yeah, there we go. That'll do it. Oh yeah, that's MP efficient too. That ability is just crazy strong for as cheap as it is. You can like, as long as the enemies are grouped up, you can just like one-shot everything for most of the early game with that skill. Please don't attack me when I go down this hole. Fuck off. Okay, we're actually gonna run away from this one because these guys take a few hits no matter what you do. Run, 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 as fast as you can. Or are the counterattacks preventing this? Is the fact that I'm kind of doing something? Whatever, let's just kill him then. He'd be dead by now if we had done that in the first place. I think we went down the wrong hole in the first room. Because yeah, I did see a treasure chest there that I do want to try and check out. But yeah, I think we accidentally took the correct path through the dungeon the first time around when we really didn't want to. So yeah, we're gonna go do the whole thing all over again for a third time. Or you know what, we could use some healing right now. But nobody can heal. Or you know what, yeah, Luca's pretty healthy, so we can just briefly swap her out. Oh hey, they actually let us sneak down the hole for once. Okay, yeah, there was a second hole. What? There was a second hole. What the fuck? Could have sworn there was another hole down here somewhere. Maybe I've got to wait for them to dig it? Okay, there we go. Oh, that... Nope. Not gonna do it. Shit. Okay, I think we've got to somehow sort of get them to dig a hole in... Oh, we can't run away. No, that's fine. We'll just Fire Whirl on them. Okay, so I guess we want them to dig a hole on the right-hand side there, is maybe what they expect. Or maybe I've got this completely wrong and we're just going to come up. Maybe that isn't the boss behind the save point there, and we just need to come up the other side and do stuff there. You'd think a fire-breathing dragon dinosaur thing would be resistant to fire, but... Okay, what if we let him go all the way down? Fuck! Okay, I want to run away from this if I can. I think I've run away from this before. Oh good, we ran away successfully. Okay, just in case there's the boss here, I'm gonna shelter. I think we've got a good... or no, we aren't... Okay, now we're positioned correctly. Does that heal my other party members too? Ah, nope, they all missed out. Yeah, this is the boss room, so I am going to want to backtrack and see what I can do to get that other treasure chest. There seems like there's no reason whatsoever to tell. Actually, Azala is another one who's got some confusion about, yeah, the gender or sex of Azala. I think it's intended to be a girl dinosaur, for what it's worth. Although, yeah, unlike the thing with Ayla and Kino, it really doesn't make any difference either way. Okay, we're gonna lightning. We're gonna flame kick. Oh, nice. Or okay, let's see if it's actually nice. So we're gonna Rolo kick. So it was like what, 500 damage thereabouts, 560. So we got a 260. Oh yeah, so unless she's doing 300 with this fire attack, yeah, that is totally worth our while to do the fire kick. Yeah, we're getting like 100 extra damage out of that. Of course, the downside of this is that we're delaying Ayla's attacks from all of this. She only gets to attack as often as Luca does, so I guess it's more MP efficient than to do the double techs. Oh, whoops, I didn't. So yeah, it's more MP efficient to do double techs, but it's more like time efficient, more action efficient, or better DPS if you think of it that way, to do just the single techs instead. And actually, this is actually, I remember something I hadn't thought about that I learned on the AGDQ run of this game. You do double techs pretty much all throughout a speed run of Chrono Trigger, like a high-level speed run. You will pretty much always be doing double techs throughout the course of the entire game, just because it's less animation time to sit through. So like going through a single double tech, even if it does end up being less efficient in terms of like MP or actions for the amount of damage, it's more time efficient, like literally like damage per frame essentially, or DPS, because you've got shorter animations to sit through for more damage. And of course animation time doesn't factor at all into the like basic strategy of the game, but when you're doing a speed run, then yeah, time is of the essence, so being able to pack more damage into a shorter animation is actually worth it if you're speedrunning this game. And it makes the run a bit rather entertaining, I think. You get to see a lot of double techs that you wouldn't necessarily use if you're doing like a standard, sort of strategically optimized run through the game. Okay, barely survived that, even though it was mostly just our stupidity with deciding not to heal when we should have. So it's kind of the same basic story in every era of this game. Or minus the feature is different, I guess, but like it's basically humans versus dinosaurs in the prehistoric times. It's basically humans versus mystics, kind of, although it's less all-out war and more just... Oh, they're taking us back automatically. Fuck. Okay, so that treasure chest... Nope, I'm gonna be stubborn. I'm gonna go back for that fucking treasure chest that I missed. It's probably just like a full ether or something like that, but I just want to know. I have to know. Oh yeah, and as far as what's going to let us get through that, to get there again very quickly, yeah, I think this is the party we want. So, yep, we're actually doing this. I think we can just run from all of the battles, though. Even the ones that we can't avoid. Or if there even are any enemies left, I guess they just stay dead forever. Like we actually did a full genocide run of the forest maze here. Wow, yeah, they all stayed dead. Okay, there we go. Somebody came. Finally. But we ran away. Bravely brave Sir Chrono. I think we're going the right way here. Yeah, this very, very short little dungeon if you just go through and ignore all the treasure and the battles. Oh, I got headbutted. Alright, I was gonna go refill my drink and all of that after the dungeon. But whatever, the dungeon's not done yet. So yeah, we gotta go get done the dungeon before we go to get a celebratory drink. Okay, so we want like one of these guys to do that over here, I think, is the idea. Or maybe down here is even good enough. I don't really want to waste any more time on this, but I'm going to anyways. Fuck it. I think this will do. Oh yeah, there we go. There it is. Oh, and I think I gotta do it again on the bottom right. Okay. And hey, there's a new enemy type that we haven't seen before, or that we haven't fought before, so that's also makes it kind of worth it. Only not really. So it's just gonna take us to the same place in the end? I guess it is, because yeah, like down on the third level of all of this is just the same area. So yeah, I'm not even gonna bother fighting these guys if I can help it, which I can't. A good slash should do us here. Not quite. Oops. That's interesting. The cursor memory actually remembers on a character-by-character basis. So, like, if I press on the D-pad to switch from Luca's menu to Robo's menu, it'll actually take me to the cursor slot on Robo's little attack menu that it has memorized. That's amusing. Oh, and hey, oh yeah, the dinosaurs have actually all cleared out. Okay, so we actually don't have to waste, like, a ton of time here, then. I mean, obviously every extra moment spent here is a waste of time, but... Okay, now we want one in the bottom right. Or the top, I guess. Any of those is really good. If we can somehow bait them into doing it, or is it just random? Oh, where is it coming? That looks like the wrong spot. I think we actually need to go out and do it again. I don't know, will they make more than one hole? Doesn't look like it. Oh, that'll do. That looks like a good hole position right there. There we go. Oh, full tonic? Totally worth it. I'm glad we came here. Yeah, I don't think we can do anything productive here in terms of attacks. I'm guessing the plant is weak to fire. That would be really nice. Oh! That's kind of neat. That is a little thing. You don't get to see it that often. But yeah, I do really appreciate a lot of the neat little interactions between the different enemies in this game. And we have seen a bit of that before, where it's like enemies will throw, like, you know, you have the monkeys who will throw the rock enemies, and you've got, I'm sure we've seen other examples of that. Or yeah, the snakes who will eat the frogs. And yeah, all of that stuff, it just gives a little bit of extra character and flavor, I think, to the different enemies in this game. Oh, now how the hell do I get over there? I feel like we need to go to the top right. Yeah, well, we need to make a hole in the top right this time. Actually, you know what we need? You know what's going to help us out here? Is we're just going to rocket roll. Just going to rocket roll all these guys to death, because I'm pretty sure this is a one-shot. And even if it isn't, the fire can finish off the plant man. Yep, that'll do it. We just rocket roll everything. Oh god, we've been going like 4.5 hours already. I guess with semi-frequent breaks. But I was really hoping to get past Magus's castle today. Is kind of the target. And actually, frankly, I'm pretty sure we will. I'm not planning on stopping anytime soon. We'll probably go for like another... Or you know what, I'm going to need to take a supper break right away now that I think of it. So, yeah, we'll break for supper and then come back and then do like another 3 or 4 hours, and then that'll probably be enough to take us to the end of Magus's castle and the first kind of, I guess kind of the second full segment of the game. Yeah, I don't know, I kind of break the game's plot up into chunks like that, where you've got like your sort of little sequence of introductory escapades throughout time, up until you introduce the main plot with Lavos. Then you find like the first sort of major lead with Lavos' origin point, where it's you've got to stop Magus from creating him as you think, and then that turns out to be a dead end, or turns out to be not what you thought it was, and then you have sort of an intermission leading into the whole bit at the in 12,000 BC, which is kind of the last. Then yeah, that's kind of the third major segment of the game. And then you basically go into the last bit of the game, which is all side quests and reviving Chrono and all of that stuff. Need a hole like way up here. Doesn't look like they're gonna make their way up there though. So, yeah, it looks like it's just completely random where these guys decide to dig their holes. Whatever, I'm a patient man. Can I herd them? Are they like running away from me? Is that why they're all going? If I somehow screw this up and the hole isn't where it should be when I go down it, I think we'll just give up. But I'm pretty sure we need a hole in the top right corner in order to get these last few treasure chests. Come on, make a hole. Make a hole right there. Son of a bitch. Looks like they don't want to make any holes at all, anywhere. Okay, this guy's going up again. If he doesn't do it, then we're just gonna go out and reload. Okay. Come on. Oh, there we go. That doesn't look like it's in the right position, but I kind of want to do it anyways, just to get it over with. Come on, dig a hole right there. You know what? I don't trust it. We're going to go the whole hog here. We're going to make sure that it's in exactly the right position that we want. Is there something I can do to make them dig those holes? It seems like it's just completely random. That's not gonna do. Sigh. I'm sure there's something amazing in those fucking treasure chests. Nope, fucked it up already. Yeah, it seems to be just their pathing seems to be somewhat consistent, but when they dig the holes, it's just completely random as far as I can tell. Or is it about getting seen by them? Or... This is just stupid. There's got to be a better way to do this. Maybe it... Nah. Or maybe maybe they just don't do it when you revisit the dungeon. I don't know. Like that, yeah. They'll dig holes like literally anywhere, except where I want them to. Right? I guess if you think of it in terms of quadrants, I guess it's a 1 in 4 chance. And I've certainly struck out on 1 in 4 chances this many times in a row before in my gaming career. This guy right here. I want him to dig a hole. Ugh, fuck it. I give up. I give up. It's not happening. I'll just look up on game FAQs what's in that stupid chest and how you get there. And like I'll look it up later. I'm not going to bother doing it on stream. I've wasted enough of everyone's time already. Including my own. Especially my own. And yeah, like I said, we want to like hurry to get to the end of Magus's castle today anyways. And I feel like that would be a good way to break it up too, because I mentioned like kind of the 4 major portions of the story in this game, and I feel like that would be a good way to break it up, is to do it on 4 streams, or probably 5 streams, because I think the last segment of the game is a lot bigger than the others. But yeah, it's like up to, like, you know, up to the end of time, the first stream, up to Magus's castle, the second, get to the end of all the Zeal events on the one after that, and then do like a 2 consecutive days where I do all the end game stuff. Oh hey, we totally didn't even do this fight the first time around, or the second time rather. Oh, damn it, I'm lost again. Oh, yeah, there's a ladder here. I found that often happened to me back in the day with RPGs, where it's just like, or it's not just RPGs, but especially like adventure games back in the day, where it's just like that little bit of scenery or that little object sitting around there that you don't realize is interactable. Missing, overlooking ladders. That's a big thing in video games for me, where it's just like I'll completely overlook that something on screen is like a climb point or something that you have to interact with. I feel like most modern games are much, much better about that. That's like something that's been hammered into game designers' heads at this point, is make sure that the interaction points are very, very clearly defined on the screen. But yeah, back in the day you'd have like, yeah, situations where like ladders would blend into the background and you wouldn't realize that you're supposed to climb on them, and like just like objects like sitting there that look like background scenery that you actually need to pick up and do stuff with. Yeah, old adventure games I find are often the worst for that type of thing. I feel like we've been getting a lot of level ups, although yeah, it looks like Marl's been keeping up in the background there, even though she's not in the party. Yeah, I have no idea how experience is distributed among your non-used party members. What do we even do next? Oh yeah, we got the red rock to repair the Masamune. So yeah, we go back to Melkar to get that done. Oh yeah, and yeah, Gaspar here is just gonna spell it right out for us. That was a pretty. I guess that's actually a useful hint if you completely, if like me, you spent like way too long bumbling around and completely forget what you're here for or what you're supposed to be doing with this rock. But yeah, so I guess it's just a little helpful reminder as to what you're actually supposed to do. But wasn't that long ago, really. Even with all of the messing around, it wasn't that long ago that it was Melkar who told us to, not told us to go into the past, but told us that the Red Rock didn't exist anymore. That's interesting how he says, but I don't think my heart could take it, because he knows that time travel is possible. That's how he ended up in this time period in the first place. That's how he knows about ancient rocks that existed. Or I guess he could be an archaeologist too, I guess is one other possibility, since, you know, we've got refrigerators and like modern appliances and stuff, so some form of science, and you know, of course we got Luca too, so some form of science obviously exists in this era of the game. Oh yeah, and I think if you've got Marl in the party, then Robo's the one who sort of assists him with the repairs of the sword. So yeah, you often see how when there's like one of your random other party members needs to participate in a scene of some kind, there's kind of a hierarchy of who's gonna do the thing depending on who's in your party. So you can either get Luca or Robo, I think it is, to help you out here, but not Luca. Or yeah, Luca or Robo, but not Marl, if I'm remembering that correctly. Or maybe you just need to have Luca in your party. I don't remember exactly how it works. I should have saved the game. It's kind of interesting. I think I'm remembering it right, where Robo does the thing. But I could be misremembering. Should have made a save point right outside of here, just to make sure. Because that's the kind of needless details that I'm interested in investigating on this playthrough. Or actually, we probably have some extra stuff to sell at this point, so I actually will go into the shop. Yeah, rock helms we're all done with. I'm actually going to keep the ruby vest, because 50% is a lot. and that's like magic damage that it cuts in half there. So if you come across an enemy that does only fire magic later on in the game, which does happen, then the fire vest might actually be more useful than like a armor with tons of physical defense on it. Okay, so we're ready to take the sword back into the past, and oh yeah, we're easily gonna clear Magus's castle today for sure, because that's like the next thing right now, and it's a long and involved dungeon, but it's not that long. So yeah, we're very easily gonna clear Magus, but not before supper time. So we're gonna go back. Actually, no. Let's just call it here. I like the consistency of just going on breaks here at the end of time. I love the hesitation before person there. Because it's like, we'll call him a person, because saying a frog in the Middle Ages would make things too obvious. Yeah. And he knows what the Masamune is, too, so there you kind of see the first hints of although he seems just generally knowledgeable about everything across all time periods, for no obvious reason, I guess. But, yeah, we are gonna take a supper break right about now. So, yeah, we're gonna... Okay, so it is 6:11 right now, so I will try to be back by, like, a little after 6:30. So... Okay, so, oops, let's raise that up there. Okay, so that's that. Going for supper, and I'll, yeah, see you guys in 20 minutes.